Howdy, howdy, howdy.
Hi everybody, I'm Cindy.
I'm Gary.
And we are Pathways Homestead. So we are working on this old homestead house in Missouri. It is the Manus homestead. And we took out the old mantle that was here that somebody else had put on. None of this is original work here. Over the years, people have remodeled. So we are going to put our touch of remodel too.
In 172 years, a house gets remodeled a few times.
A few times. So we're going to kind of do some stuff to make it kind of go back. We can't go back and do the old rock fireplace that was here, and we don't have any idea what the mantle was in originality, but we know that the fireplace was rock. What do you call this? Just the facade, or what do you call all that?
Brick.
Well, yeah. So you see what I'm dealing with here.
It's just a brick front somebody put on it.
Yeah. So we do know that the hearth and down here
had been cut stone.
Had been cut stone. Yeah. Yeah. So.
And I wish that was back.
Yeah.
And if we knew where the old stone was, we might put it back. But,
yeah.
But we got a lot of other things to work on, so
yes.
we are lightly doing this room.
Yeah, this room is the easiest one to finish.
And a lot of rooms are going to get lightly done.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
The kitchen and the bathroom are getting the deep done.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
And that's what we're doing here. We're putting up a rough sawn pine hearth.
Yeah.
Or not hearth, mantle.
Mantle.
This is the hearth.
This is the hearth.
That's the mantle. We're putting up a rough sawn pine mantle. It was sawn at Stoutland, Missouri.
Mm-hmm.
Mennonite-owned mill there. Actually, it's a Mennonite-owned cabinet factory that does some custom sawing for us, and it was left over from a job. So we are using it, and it's Ozark grown. It's from Licking. It was harvested at Licking, Missouri, and we're going to put it on this mantle. We thought it'd be a good fitting piece for this.
Yeah.
So we're going to put it on here. I have sanded it a little bit and stressed the edges of it a little bit, and then I've sprayed 3 layers of polyurethane on it, and we're just going to put it on there. I have measured the center and put a mark, but I cannot hardly see my pencil mark on that paneling in this darker room, but I don't want to put a marker mark on there.
Right.
So, and I've put a small pencil mark on my mantle, and I'm going to go drill some holes in my mantle to mount it with. We're just simply going to toenail into the lath and plaster that's back there. I'm going to toenail into that 2x right there.
Yep. I'll bet there's one on the other end too.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So we're going to do that, toenail it on there, and
there's one here too.
Yep. Yeah.
Do you need to mark those?
I think I will.
So he's going to mark his 2x stud. There he can see some 2x kind of like studs, we're going to call them, underneath the paneling here. So he's going to mark those so he knows where he can put his screw holes in his mantle.
3 43. 3 and 23 from that end.
3 and 23.
Mm-hmm. 23. You see one there? Probably where that nail is. Yep.
There's nails here too. Well, that is a good marker too.
Yeah.
But you need to know for your. Okay, so we got 3, 23.
And what's 48 plus 3 or plus 2? 50.
Okay.
I don't need the center.
You don't. Okay.
I need that just to.
Okay, I was just counting where all of them are.
Oh, is there one in the center too?
There's one right here. It's not quite center. Here's your center mark.
Okay. So 3, 23.
36.
Plus 2.
Oh.
That was 38.
38.
50. too.
Okay. Okay.
Can you remember that?
I don't know, but the camera will record it for us.
Decided to hang it like that. $38.
And then it was 50. Is that math?
Go get a larger drill bit to countersink the heads. Vroom, vroom.
So tell us what you're doing. So we
I'm
know.
going to. Give me a minute. So I've drilled some pilot holes in here to put my screws through, and I'm toenailing through there. That means I'm going at an angle, because I can't run a screw all the way through here, and I don't think I'd like the way that would look. Although it might look cool to have a big head there. But anyhow, what we're doing is we're going to toenail through here with some screws. And I want to be able to sink those heads down good without making a mess of my wood. So I'm going to use just another drill bit that I made sure a little bigger than my screw head. And I'm going to use that to countersink some holes. So I'm just going to go in my existing hole, pilot hole here, and just barely drill it just enough to get down in there. Alright, now we're ready to hang this.
Preloading your screws.
Yep. That way I don't have to try to handle them while I'm holding this and trying to run a drill.
Yeah.
An impact. Guys, are we on?
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you that if you do handyman work around your own home, if you homestead and build some of your own stuff, a really, really good investment is good cordless tools. Really good cordless tools, and I think that Milwaukee's about as good as they come. DeWalt makes a couple of different grades. The higher grade DeWalt's pretty good tools, and Milwaukee are built for construction workers. They're built to take a beating and get used and get dirty and keep going. So I like Milwaukee. So we've got a center mark on our beam and a center mark on our wall. And for my ball, looks like that worked like I wanted it to.
Tell us why you wanted to put the 2 middle ones in first.
Because to hold it.
I know, but explain why that's best practice.
Because I was standing here in the center holding it, and so it's easiest to do the 2 that I reach first and then work my way out, right?
But it also helps you keep it in alignment, because if you you can get it out of alignment if you start on the outside.
I can get it in a bind if I start on the outside.
Yeah.
I wasn't thinking about that. I'm just thinking about the handiest way to do it.
See, I have learned something following you around over the years.
Yeah. And I've done it so much I don't even think about it. Just that's the way you do it.
Do you need one more screw?
Yeah, I got it in my hand.
Oh, okay.
What do you think of that?
I think it's beautiful. And over here on this side, you can see the ring real nice and pretty.
Mm-hmm. I tried to sand them really smooth so they'd show and pop.
Yeah, they do.
And then I polyurethane them probably more than I polyurethane. For one thing, to seal end grain, sanding end grain helps seal it too. You kind of sand it all, get it all smooth so it's not open and porous. And you do that also so it doesn't soak up as much finish. And I sanded that really good with the fine sandpaper. And then I put the poly on it really thick so it wouldn't, soak in dirt and moisture and stuff. But also it makes that grain show up. And this one's got a spalted end in it. And it's really cool.
Okay, explain to me and everybody else that doesn't know what a spalted end is.
It's in pine or spruce or fir usually, but in pine especially. When it gets insect damage, it changes. There gets to be blue or brown hue blotches in the wood, and that's what spalting is one of the things it's called. Some people call it other things. You can pay extra for fine lumber that is called, it's beetle kill lumber, that has blue streaks all in it. And this is they just
naturally.
Yeah, they just cut dead, standing dead down there at Licking. There's a lot of forestry land, and they go in and they get contracts to log the standing dead. And that cabin mill, they go pick their standing dead, and the logging company cuts what they've picked while it was standing and brings it to them. And some of his stuff that didn't quite work for his cabins or his extra, he's milled for us for material, and I got that left over from our company, and I'm using it here. And this is a real nice dark. This isn't in blue. It's kind of dark reddish brown. It's really pretty.
I'll come over there in a minute and get a shot at it.
Yeah, I think that's a good looking mantle.
Oops, sorry.
What do you think?
I think it's pretty. Do the hand. We're gonna have to do something with the old green paint.
Yes. I think that goof off might take that off. We'll see.
Try to get this. We'll cover our lighting. We're pretty bright in the afternoon. Oh, I see. Yep. This is what he's talking about. That's pretty. It's neat how this is here, but on the other one it's up over here on the other side.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty.
It wasn't cut perfectly straight with the core.
That's okay.
It was slabbed off the outside.
Yeah, but that's neat though, that you see the core here on this side, but if you're over, it's against the wall on the other end.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool. So there is our beautiful installed mantle. Look at that, guys. So this room is now complete. That was the last thing we had to do in this room?
Now, the next thing we're going to do in this room is hang up deer heads.
Decorating. He's going to do his decorating. Did you
Yeah.
know Gary's a decorating aficionado?
I'm an inferior decorator.
Runs a hat rack. There we go.
That's one I killed in Oklahoma on a place that my family homesteaded. And I haven't figured out for sure how I'm mounting these two. They may get something else done with it. But that's a deer I killed in Kansas. And you can see if he'd have had both sides, he'd have been huge. I've got big hands.
Can you move that way? Right there.
I've got big hands and I can just barely get around his base. And he's got stickers all over that.
Woo! There you go.
He's got stickers all over it. And then this is a small one that my son killed that we thought was really neat looking. Has a kind of 3 pieces right there. Small one he killed in Kansas. So gonna try to hang those in here somewhere as decoration. We'll figure out where they need to go. So I'm glad you guys were with us today as we mounted our mantle, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And I really want you to remember that God made you special and He loves you very much.